Hi, my name is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. Today is our video 2 in our Craspire series, and in the first video we did our unboxing, and so you can go back and watch that. This video we're going to do a demonstration, and in the first video when we did the unboxing, we unboxed some die, some stamps. Let me move this out of the way. As you can tell, I have fire over there. Maybe you can't tell. Fire. Which means I should be keeping way far away from this. As we all know, I'm not allowed next to sharps. I don't know what happens if I'm near fire. I also got this stamp. And that's what we're going to play with today. And we got these envelopes and stationery. Eventually we're going to try to put the stamp on the envelope. I did not realize this stamp was this big. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And this has a small flap on this envelope. So, you know what I mean? You really would need one that comes down like this. So we're going to make the seal, and but we're not going to put it on the envelope. Next time we're going to decorate the envelope, and then I will show you a way that you could probably put this wax seal on. Okay, so let's move the paper away from the fire, which I think is always a good idea. And I'm preheating this because this seal is so large that I will show you in a minute how it compares to a quote-unquote normal seal. Now, I'm going to put 6 in here, these little wax pellets, to melt them. And like I said, I preheated the spoon so that we could get going, because I personally have a question as to whether I can fit enough of these in here to make a big enough pile of wax. Because, let me show you. And I'm sure there are setups, you know, that are bigger. I got this one somewhere else. I already had it. This is the normal size of a seal. Not a square one, but a round one. I should have grabbed one of my square ones. This is the size of this one. As you can see, whoops, as you can see, it's at least double the size. And it does have a beautiful butterfly on it, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this and see what we can do. We'll do one with just the gold. Yeah. Whew. This is going to be close. This is just a little metal stir tool. Now I've done these before, but only a few times. So this will be interesting to see. Did you come to get wax poured on your head? You might want to go away. Okay. So it's about half melted. Oh, it's a little bit more than I thought. Look at all that wax in there. How many did I put in? 6 or 8? I'm wiping this off while the wax is still warm. That one, there's 2 clumps left right there in the center. Let's get them right over the fire. Next time we're going to try it twice. Next time we'll put 2 white ones in, see if we can get gold and white. On a side note, you probably could put this in the freezer and scrape the wax off, but not something I really want to do. Okay, so at this point, the wax is melted. So we're going to pour some on here. First, we're going to put our seal on a handle. Got the wrong one. Doesn't come with a handle. This one just comes with the seal. Sometimes they come with handles. And this is just a little wooden handle and it just screws on. Okay, so we're going to pour the wax on here. And instead of pouring it in a circle, I'm going to try to kind of make it an elongated shape. But I have no guarantees on how this is going to work. I need to get more of it out. Yeah, we'll get the butterfly, I think. Next time I don't think I'm going to try to get the whole seal. We're going to leave that little bit of gold in there. Oh, cool, we did get it. Okay, so we got the whole butterfly. Oops, don't put your hand over the fire, Terry. Not a good idea. So we got the whole butterfly. Very cool. Oh, let me get my spatula. Because it's still warm. Because there was so much wax. But I think if we'd have had, we could have had maybe one less wax bead. There we go. Here's the palm of my hand so you can see how big it is. So I don't think we're meant to get the whole big square. It does have a frame. Or no, it doesn't have a frame. So as long as you get the butterfly, I think you're good to go. Now, I'm not going to do one with the wax directly on the envelope because I don't want to seal the envelope shut. I just want to make it look like it's sealed shut, and we'll do that in the next video. All right, let's do one more. There's still some wax in there. Put the gold in there on one side. And we'll put the white over here on the other side. I'm going to try not to mix them until we want to. So we're just going to let them melt. This has really good detail. I'm impressed. It stands out really well. It would be easy to color if you had a metallic pen like a silver one and wanted to sit and do this. You would need, I think you would need more of a fine point. So, you know, the reason I think we could have gotten away with maybe one lot less block of wax is that there's a nice couple of darker stripes through here, but I think that's where the wax wasn't melted as much as the rest. And I sure am glad that I poured it around, you know, the way I did, or we wouldn't have gotten the whole seal, because as you can see, the wing is off here. Also, when I did it, I kind of manipulated it around a little bit to kind of thin out the wax, because I was trying not to pour a big pile in the middle, because this is a longer area. I did want to get the butterfly, but I also wanted to get this as well. So I wanted to get at least a little bit, you know, farther down away from the main puddle. It seems to be melting pretty good. I didn't want to leave the spoon over the fire the whole time we did the seal. So a couple other ways that you can use these, that I've used them, is in your junk journal, and you can glue them on the page. You can also glue them to altered paper clips, where you've got the paper and then the paper clips in the middle and then another piece of paper, and so you can't see the paper clip, and then you glue this on the paper and then you hook it over your page and it looks really nice. And there's a few other ways as well. Okay, this is starting to melt. I want that gold one back there to melt more before I mix. That one right there. And I want this white one to melt some more too. See, and that gold that was already in there has remelted and it's really full again. And you'll notice I pour with my left hand. And I'm right-handed. Supposedly. I'm supposedly right-handed. And I don't use the little tea candles that come with seal kits because they're very cheap. Every one I've ever got, not a particular brand. And this is not, none of this is from Craspire. I bought some, you know, like in a pack of 12, like you do at the Dollar Tree. And they're much better. This, I'll be able to blow this out. The wax will harden back up and it'll be able to be used many times. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to swirl this white. It's kind of hard to do, to make it look like when you do your coffee. Okay, so that there's a little bit of white. I'm not going to mix them in completely. And then I'm not going to mix them when I pour it. Yeah, I don't think I got it that time. I think I did it right the first time. As you can see, the big large bulge out here, I should have been able, yowza, that's hot. I should have wipe it out when it's hot, but be careful. Don't touch any of the metal parts. But if you want to keep your spoon usable, I've ruined a spoon before, and you don't want the wax in there to mix the next time you do, you know, another pour. And you definitely don't want any on the back or the bottom. This is a glass surface, tempered glass. That's why I feel alright laying the spoon on there. But anyway, these big bulges out the side from the weight, these are heavy on purpose, and tells me that I didn't pour it correctly. I got all but the corner of a wing, because see, most of it went out the sides. That's too bad. I can remelt this and do it again, in case you were wondering. We could try it. You want to try it? Try one more time, let's. And we'll leave this little piece out. It's getting awfully close to the edges. Now I'm not going to stir again in case I didn't say that. I'm just going to let it melt. Think amongst yourselves as it melts. I'm wondering, it's going to take a long time to melt. It's pretty thick. So you can do different things when you pour them as well. You can pour one and then flip it over and pour another one on top of it and stamp it again, and you can get double stamps. I don't know why you'd want to, but I've seen people take a stamp and put it down into the wax and make a double stamp. These are all things I've seen on YouTube. I have no idea, how they did it without the other one melting or whatever. But as you can see, it's taking a while to melt. So let's put it down in there. Of course, now we'll have no idea when it's melted. But this is a way to just recover your wax and do it over again. You get a do-over. But like I said, these are really heavy on purpose because they're weighted so that they stay down and press down onto the wax hard enough to leave the mark. I have another one that's a blank one that I got somewhere else, and you can get blank ones from Craspire as well, but I just didn't know about it. And all you do with that is it makes a smooth surface, so then you can put something in there. So, alright, if that one's not melted, everything's melted. Let's try this again, kids. Can fill that spot in. I don't think I got it up far enough. I think we got lucky on the first try. And the first time, remember, I left the gold in there because I knew we were going to do another one. It didn't matter if they mixed or not. Yeah, I didn't get the corners of the wings. If I had pressed down harder, I would have, because the wax is thick here. And if I'd have tipped it this way and pushed down, it would have pushed the wax that way and I would have gotten it. Let me show you. See if this is cooled off enough to, there we go, get it off. So this was our first one. and it turned out really well. This one is our third one, and it did not turn out very well. So we'll just keep it though. We'll just keep it and remelt it. You can still see the white as well. You can add more white to it if you wanted. Okay. Okay. So that's it for our demonstration for today. Show you how the wax seal works. And then we will take this good one here and we'll work with it next time. And we'll work with the envelope and some of the die. Okay? All right. Well, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next video. That'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay. Bye-bye.